would love to hear from you in the comments what your experience was at the happiest place on earth. I can tell you mine was pretty awesome. So now we're moving on to the downtown Disney area and check out these beautiful California poppies. They were just these bright splashes of orange throughout this garden bed. They had some beautiful flowers here, some red flowers, and then, of course, some gorgeous Christmas trees. Here's some poinsettias that were actually planted in the planter bed. And then each tree kind of had a color theme to it. So you can see here there was like a gold tree, a blue tree, a green tree. Here we have some white cyclamen and some yellow flowers. And then they had these kind of twigs that were spray painted white that were kind of sticking out. And you can see everything was just lit beautifully. There was like wrapped presents throughout the planter beds. Check out these foxtail ferns that were taking up this um, planter box that was sort of defining a restaurant space. And then tell me in the comments, do you know what kind of orchid this is? Is this an orchid or some sort of bulb plant, I would assume? But it had these crazy flowers I thought were really interesting. And they were just blooming like crazy in this planter box. Here they had some Dusty Miller and some snapdragons, more of these gorgeous color inspired trees, and the whole downtown Disney area was just absolutely beautifully decorated for the holiday season. I wish my luscious lantana would still blooming like this. These gorgeous orange pops of color along this hedging were just absolutely gorgeous. I loved the red and white of this planter box, which was right by this gorgeous fountain, right as you start to enter the entrance area of the Disney parks. And of course, I had to show you this. It was a living wall. It was right outside the Starbucks in downtown Disney, but check out this living wall. Um, it was just really cool. So it was this vertical wall. It was planted with all of this foliage. And then, of course, my daughter that was very excited that we got Starbucks that day. So when you get off the monorail, it takes you into Tomorrowland, and this succulent planter bed was right near the Finding Nemo submarine ride, I believe. Um, Look at these succulents. I mean, they were just so cool. They were just huge. This looked like a jade plant to me, but look at the size of the trunks. And of course, my daughter's giving the peace sign because she thought it was pretty funny that I was filming plants the whole time we were waiting in line at the different Disneyland rides. But here's another planter box. I mean, just gorgeous everywhere you look. I only got a short clip of this, but check out this boxwood hedging. This was right outside of the carousel in Fantasyland. Here we are in the new Star Wars land, and they had some really interesting plants and succulents here throughout this area of the park as well. Over in Adventureland, they had this amazing cactus outside of a Mexican themed restaurant. This was right by the Big Thunder Mountain ride. And this was as we were waiting in line. I thought these trees were just gorgeous. You can tell that they have been here for so long. So if any of you know what kind of California tree this might be, please leave it in the comments for me. I thought it was so interesting and just a really beautiful tree. So as we were waiting in line, my daughter spotted a lizard. It's there on the left-hand side of the screen. It's kind of hard to see. I'll try to point to it here, but um, Anyway, I thought it was cool that there was a little lizard that was hanging out and living in this very kind of southwestern styled landscape area underneath the Great Thunder Mountain ride. You had me at hibiscus. Check out these hibiscus flowers. Right across from the Jungle Cruise area, you can actually see the Jungle Cruise ride here in just a second. They were gorgeous. So this was actually in the California Adventures Park, right outside of the Pixar Pier area. Check out this stacked succulent planter. It was so amazing. I had to really restrain myself from not taking a couple pinchings of these succulents to take home with me in my suitcase, but I didn't. I just enjoyed them where they were, but they were so cool. Tell me if you know what kind of variegated leaf plant this is. This was right outside the Web Slingers ride in the California Adventures Park. I thought the leaves were really beautiful. Of course, my adorable daughter, and then behind her, some more of that luscious lantana, bright yellow pops right there outside of Spider-Man ride. So if you see a crazy lady running around Disneyland and Disney California Adventures videotaping plants, that would be me. I hope you enjoyed this tour of the holiday plants of Disney. I'll see you next time.